The game of Minecraft can't be beaten, right? Within the game of Minecraft, there are 3 major bosses, and each one resides in a different dimension. In today's episode, we will be upgrading our gear, upgrading our XP, getting everything we need to defeat these bosses, and then finally defeating each and every one. First on the list is upgrading this gear that I have, but my current mob farm just isn't going to cut it. It doesn't provide enough XP for me to efficiently upgrade anything. So I have a new design that we will be building today, but it takes a lot of power. So I decided, why don't we just build a new XP farm and a major power station all in one thing? Both of these farms require a large amount of materials. So let's get right into it and gather the materials. And with that, we have everything on both lists, all the items on both sides, and now we just need to pick a location to build this. I'm thinking somewhere up here to reduce the lag from the create mod machines because there's going to be a lot of moving parts here, and we kind of want this far away so that our world isn't lagging too much. Now that we have the storage on minecart contraptions, and we have the schematic and the schematic cannon, we are ready to go. Oh, well, almost ready to go. I don't really want to sit around and wait for one cannon to build both of these, so I need to make another cannon. And there we go, 2 cannons, 2 schematics, and 2 sets of storage. All that's missing is some gunpowder, and then we're ready to go. While we wait for it to turn night, let's go ahead and run over to the new area. Well, not run, we're gonna take the train, since I built a track all the way out there. I can't wait to have a new XP farm, that one sucks. Here we go, into the new area, and here we are. All we have to do is wait till night, kill a few creepers, and we should have enough gunpowder to run our schematics. While we're waiting for that though, we can go ahead and lay them out. This one I will need to dig around underneath and make sure it can have water sources underneath the structure, so I think I'm gonna put it, let's say, here. How does that look? That looks good. We have a train station up there and unloads. Yeah, that works. And then for this one, we want it somewhere close that we can stand by, but also far enough away from maybe if we want to have a little train town so it doesn't create a ton of lag. I say I put it right here. Yeah, there we go. This one gets a cannon with this schematic, and this one gets a cannon with this schematic. Both cannons have their items, and look at that, it's getting nighttime, so creepers, here we come. I love waystones, they're so cool. Alright, we got our 8 gunpowder. I think each one gets 4. That should be enough for both of them, and here we go. I'm about to explain how both of these farms work, and if that's not your thing, then you can go ahead and skip to this timestamp. I get that it's kind of boring, but I do know that there's some people out there who want to know how these things work, so let's get right into it. This boiler works off of blaze burners that are super powered with blaze cakes, and so we have to have a way to create blaze cakes, and on this half we have a sugarcane farm that farms sugarcane, and then that gets turned into sugar over here on this mill, and then you crush some netherrack that gets created by the lava generator up here, turns into the cinder flour, and you combine that with the eggs from the chickens in there and you get a blaze cake base. And then the lava generator is also working to squirt out lava on top of the cake bases, and so they'll sit right here and wait for all the mechanical arms underneath to go distribute them to the burners under here. There is a water source under here somewhere that is pulling up and getting fed into the main tank, and there's also a cobblestone generator to help make the lava. I think that's everything. Let's go see if we can get it started here. We need to power all of these, and once those are powered, then we need to come over here and we need to place some blaze cakes there so that once it gets started, it doesn't run out of fuel. And then we need to fill this thing up with water. Maybe we're missing some shafts. Oh yeah, we are. We're missing some shafts down here. Sometimes they just break and I don't know why. Okay, we should be good to try it now. It seems to have picked up. Okay, water's in. Oh, okay, we're going. So this is going. We're not making nearly as much as I hoped we would, but there's probably something broken. Let's see, are we spinning the right way? How much are we making? 250. We're a little bit short of what we should be making, but I think it just takes some time to get started. All right, and if I connect this, I should be able to start the farm. Yep, it's going. Let's see if it's actually working. Yep, everything's looking good. Let's just see if we have any stone getting haunted yet. Yep, that's getting haunted, so we should see some silverfish here in a second. Oh, here they go. And look at them, and there comes the XP. So let me tell you the idea of where I got this farm, and then I can explain it a little bit. So we have a stone generator at the top, and it creates cobblestone, and that gets turned into stone here, and then the stone gets haunted here, and when the stone gets haunted, it turns into infested stone, and then infested stone comes down here, gets placed, and a silverfish pops out, and then underneath it are the deployers that hit it into the fire, and then once the deployers get one hit on it, they can get the XP token, whatever it's called, and so they just come down here and die in the fire. And then we just have XP just coming in a lot faster than the last one. And so I think that's everything from these farms. I have had an issue over here with this one, not making enough lava to supply the cakes, so I think I'm gonna have to maybe just have a setup of cakes and then do some lava. I don't know. We'll see where this one goes, because it should come back here and go into this one, but I've had problems with it not working, so oh well. We're at max capacity right now though, so this is working and this is working. I don't think I'm going to have an XP problem for a long time. But with all this XP, it's not much that we can do unless we go start enchanting. So I'm going to go grab our enchanting setup and we're going to get started. And look at that, we got level 30 enchantments, but I just realized we do have a small problem because I don't have any books to enchant so that we can, just start dumping our experience on things. I don't really have much of a cow farm, so I think I'm just gonna have to scrape together as many books as I can. This is gonna be difficult. Let's try to do it though. Oh, also, I just made some nether ruby armor. The only reason I'm not just gonna straight up use this is, at least for the dragon fight, I would like something with the feather falling, because you can't really enchant this with anything, and I kind of need feather falling in case, I get shot up into the air and I don't catch myself. But at least for the wither fight, this armor will be probably the best that we can do. I got some books together, so let's get enchanting. And with that, we have the dream gear put together. But before we do anything, I still need to get some skulls. Well, that is all of the skulls, so I think we can go ahead and get some nether warts over here. Because, wait, nether warts? Why would we need nether warts? We need ender pearls. What am I thinking? Yeah, we have to get ender pearls so that we can get the eyes of ender for the portal. So since we're already here, why don't we just go ahead and get those too? Let's see if there's any endermen I can kill over here. And with that, we have our end eyes. I think, yeah, that's what they're called. Ender eyes. Eyes of ender. So if we add our eyes of ender to our little thing we have going here. So we have the ender dragon, wither, and we have everything we need to defeat the elder guardians. So I think we're ready to get into this. The first boss on the list is the Elder Guardian, and I wouldn't really consider this one a huge boss. I mean, technically it is, because it only spawns in like temples or whatever, but I'm going to count it as a boss for the intro boss for this video. So while I boat my way to the ocean monument, let me tell you a little bit about the Elder Guardian. The Elder Guardian is a stronger variant of the Guardian, which are mobs that only spawn in the ocean monument. In every ocean monument, only 3 Elder Guardians spawn, making them like a boss type thing. That's why I kind of include them as a boss. The fight is not easy because you're underwater and they have these laser things which lock onto you, and if you let them lock on, then it does a ton of damage to you, as you'll see in the fight. I think that's about it. This one's pretty simple, so let's get right into the fight. The fight opens with me approaching the temple and realizing, uh-oh, these leaves that I'm placing do not block the lasers. So I quickly scramble to mine some blocks up, and while I'm doing that, I'm circling this pillar over and over. Finally, I'm able to get some blocks, and once I have the blocks, I build a little platform that I can be safe up upon the top. And in doing this, I accidentally mined the roof off of the top Elder Guardian, so as soon as I get the opportunity, I swoop down and quickly hit him out of the temple, chase him around, and then finish off the first Elder Guardian. With the first one gone, I realize the last two are in the wings of the temple, so I go to the left wing first, mine in, place a door, and easily finish off the second Elder Guardian without much of a fight. Now, the third one is where things get real tricky. I swim around for a second trying to find him. Once I do eventually find him, there's a ton of normal guardians in the room, so I'm swimming around trying not to die. I place a door down, I get my oxygen back, and I'm like, you know what, it's time. I charge the Elder Guardian, I swing away, I do kill him, but I almost die to the regular guardian. It comes very close to me dying. And then with that, we have our 3 sponges, we defeated the 3 Elder Guardians, and the first boss is down. The next fight on our list is the Wither, and this boss is actually very difficult. Some people even think it's more difficult than the Ender Dragon, but you know, I have ways that I figured out you can kind of cheese the boss. So I'm gonna talk about that while I set up the little arena. The first tip, go underground, because he hovers and he shoots these orbs or heads at you that do a lot of damage, and especially on the second phase when they can wither you like for a lot, you just want to put as much distance between you and him as possible, especially if you can be underground. And he doesn't have much mechanics except for that he flies and shoots heads, he can break block. It's just a lot of damage, but I got this. I totally won't die. So here we go with the fight. The fight opens with me placing down the soul sand and the wither skeleton heads in order to summon the wither. He spawns underneath some blocks so that he can destroy them and I have time to shoot at him with my bow. Once he explodes and starts breaking the blocks, I start firing my arrows, and these arrows do a ton of damage thanks to my nice enchantment setup with my create mod factories. But I quickly get him down to half health, and once he's on half health you can only use your sword, and this is when he starts doing a ton more damage. So with this damage intake that I'm receiving, I decide that I need to drink some milk to get rid of the wither effect, but it's not doing enough, so I run around this pillar in the middle and eat my food and heal up. I do this for the next few attempts that I have at dealing some damage to him, but none of them are super successful because I can't get any hits off without him doing a ton of damage to me. And the longer I wait, the more he heals. I continue to go in for attempts at dealing damage, but none of them are successful. He then comes around the pillar around me, finds my hiding spot, and starts destroying me with his little head thing that he shoots at me. I try to drink some milk, but it doesn't work. I still end up dying. A death, it's okay, it's just a setback, and we quickly run back down and gather our stuff. And I decide that, hey, his ruby armor really isn't doing all that. So I decide to switch from my ruby armor to my protection 4 diamond armor. With my now diamond armor equipped, I eat up and I say, you know what, this is it. This is where he dies. I drink some milk to get rid of the wither effect. I pull out my sword and I charge him. 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, however many it takes, but I eventually defeat the wither and the second boss is defeated. We have our nether star as our reward, so we can make a beacon or a backpack, whatever we choose. And like that, 2 out of 3 bosses are defeated. The final boss for us to defeat in this video is the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon is a dragon that resides in the end dimension and guards the portal to get back to the overworld or normal world. It also guards the portal to the outer end islands so that you can get the elytra and other end game type materials. The fight consists of a single island with many large obsidian pillars surrounding a central bedrock area. The dragon flies in between all of this and sometimes perches down for you to hit with a sword, and you can't use a bow on it on this stage. Those pillars have these crystals that heal the dragon as it flies around, and if you deal any damage to it while those crystals are alive, it will slowly get healed. So the strategy here is to run in, take out the crystals, then take out the dragon. Now, let's get right into the kill. I spawn in to the end, and I'm on this obsidian platform that's really, really far away, so I have to bridge over. Then I mine up, and I'm on the island. First thing I do once I'm on the island is set up a little enderman safe area that I don't have to worry about enderman killing me, and then I start shooting the end crystals. These end crystals are always fun to shoot, and some of them are really high up, which I'm not used to in this modded version. Once all the crystals were down, it was the dragon's turn to fall now. While it was in the air, using the bow, and when it was perched, using my sword. Another thing I forgot to mention is I didn't even place my bed, so if I died, I'd have to walk all the way back from the world spawn. But thankfully my bow skill is pretty good, so you know, I was hitting that dragon. The Endermen were very annoying the entire time, especially towards the end. But then I knew it was about to come down for one final perch, so I tried to get it as low as possible while also dying to the Enderman, but they didn't stand in my way. The dragon perched, I ran up to it with my sword and finished it off. And I made sure not to forget the egg. Thank you everyone for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I wanted to, you know, make a little, not a movie, but, you know, sort of a little video that reminded me of old Minecraft, you know, old, the bosses are hard, not everything is sped run, you know, just this video is a tribute to older Minecraft and what it meant to me, and also to modern Minecraft with the modern mods. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for the 300 subscribers. That's crazy to me. I remember when I was at 3. Anyway, thank you guys for all the support. I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you continue to have wonderful days. And if you like this sort of style with the highly edited, lots of work, let me know and I'll continue to do them. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.